What if transforming dementia care started with how we train and support those who provide it? Hi, I'm your host Alexandria, and in this video I sit down with Capobianco, the Director of Training and Retention over at Homestead, New Jersey, to discuss building a strong workforce through training, grants, and career growth. Keep on watching. So what does changing how we hire, train, and retain care staff look like in practice?
You know, the hiring, it all begins when that home health aide is calling into our office looking for work. And from the very beginning, we're establishing or trying to establish a culture of learning, a culture that actually what we consider an employee-centric model, that we're looking to put that home health aide in a position that feels like their needs are being met in terms of their professional goals. And that's actually one of the questions we ask in the hiring process is, yeah, people want a job, but where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What interests you? What are your strengths? What can we do to help improve? So often we get home health aides that come to us and we ask the question, what type of experience or training do you have in regards to dementia? And the answers we get are actually really revealing. They talk about all this depth of the training and then we find out the training wasn't all that great. So it becomes almost just like a check the box for a lot of agencies that are out there. Certainly for us in Homestead, we've actually focused in and said, you know what, we really want to elevate the game. We want to be that organization that supports the needs of our employee and their goals and objectives in becoming a professional. We understand that these are entry-level positions into healthcare. Mm-hmm. However, this is something that, yeah, they're going to go on to become they're an HHA, they're going to go on to become a dementia specialist, and is there anywhere else they want to go in the nursing field?
So how have grants been key to your success?
It was actually the grants, when we were looking at workforce development grants, it was the initiator to really research this and say, how can we develop a really robust program? And the grants that were offered through the state of New Jersey, and I actually do applaud state government for their initiatives in improving the workforce. And they didn't miss the boat on the value of training and the importance of training. You know, at Homestead, we've tapped in as initiating a lot of these programs that we're doing. It's certainly not the end-all be-all for us in what we do, but it's allowed us to create that framework in order to develop a sustainable training program. Mm-hmm.
And then can you explain how the grant programs work?
Oh, I'd be glad to. We've actually focused in some really, really key aspects to training that even through COVID, we've actually learned to be very, very successful. So the program's actually broken up into three really key parts. So we have classroom, and that's really where the core of the NCCDP training takes place. We have on the job training. We also have one-on-one support. And then also there's also some added online different other things that we do, self-paced learning that they do over there. And this is actually has worked out very, very well. So we actually look at the NCCDP training as our foundation, and the in-person is kind of that platform in which all the other pieces have grown and developed.
And you've also introduced a career ladder. So how does that fit into your approach?
Thank you. Yeah, the career ladder has been wildly successful. When someone comes into our office, we're learning to say, okay, what is the merits of that individual? You know, what's their potential to learn the curriculum, to do well through our organization and our training program. And the career ladder becomes a merit-based system where it's not a one-size-fits-all model. Whereas there are a lot of agencies out there that might just say, what do you charge? And how much do you pay? And the reality is, it's how much do you charge? It should be relations to the acuity and the complexity of the client. And what you're going to be compensating your employees should relate back to what is their knowledge? How many do they have additional certifications? Do they have expertises in certain areas? And that's really what we focused in at Homestead, is carving out that specialty service in regards to dementia care. Mm-hmm. So for us, you know, having the NCCDP attached to their CHHA has been a tremendous benefit, because it's allowed us to establish a career ladder structure where they can grow. And so we have career ladder 1 to career ladder 2 to career ladder 3, which is our mentors. And our mentors are our most experienced CDPs that help to train and develop some of our younger CDPs.
Oh, that's awesome. I always love a mentorship program. I think that's great to just have, I don't know, there's a community there that can help people who are more are new to it or still early on in their career.
It's also allowed us to tap into some of the more senior veteran home health aides that are out there to help out some of the younger ones that are just breaking in to the healthcare field. Some of our best CDPs are in their 70s and early 80s. So it's pretty awesome.
That's awesome. I love that. What's the biggest takeaway from all of these changes?
That's the most simplest answer. Training works. When you have the audience that's committed to learning and growth, and you're positioning it through a nice formulated structure, and it's good quality like NCCDP training is, it's been, like I said, a game changer. So it's worked out very, very well.